Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everybody is doing okay. Okay, they predicted heavy rains for 2 days, and we did get some rain, but it was nothing like the 2 storms that we had. I still didn't get a lighter. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay. This video is save money day by day on groceries. Oh no. Okay. Never mind. Okay, I've been doing, you can see my flower arrangements. I think they're getting better. My strategy was to copy other people's arrangements. Okay, today, February 3rd, is the last day of the first week, and I was eating 0 meals out of the stockpile this week because last month I ate 22 days out of the stockpile, but today I ended up making a stockpile meal, so this is probably enough food for 2 days. Last night, I wanted to mention I had instant grits, a microwave egg. I just learned how to make those. I just get a little bowl, melt a little margarine in there, like about 3/4 of a tablespoon, crack an egg in there, pierce the yolk, cover it with a wet paper towel, and zap it for 30 to 40 minutes, just keeping an eye on it. So I had grits, I had eggs, and then I made bacon in the oven. And you just lay it on your rack and bake 400, flipping it around. They say it burns easy. So that is such an easy meal. And tonight is going to be another easy meal. Okay, so for lunch, I had the rest of my broccoli and cheese soup. And then I had a can of tomato soup. And I wanted to mention, if you guys have stockpiled powdered milk, what I did is I just put the soup, 1 can of water, and a 1/4 cup powdered milk to give myself a nice tomato soup. And I have enough left for tomorrow as well. Sometimes I like to eat at McDonald's. Okay, so, and then I had crackers and cashew butter. And also I tried some cashew butter on the pretzels. That was really good. And then a little while ago, it was starting to get late, I had granola, peanut butter granola I made, and I had coconut milk. So I drank the coconut milk because that is what I had. So what I want to do today, I thought it's best to take this money saving thing day by day, week by week, than thinking like a whole month. But I want to plan for the month as well. So what I wanted to make tonight out of the stockpile, let's see if this is too hot. This is my baked beans. Here it is. It's hot. Ugh. Baked beans. And I buy these kind of sausages. These are good with sauerkraut, with roasted potatoes, but I buy them when they're on sale. And so here is my Boston baked bean recipe. So another reason for doing this is so you guys can get some cheap meal ideas. So if you eat like a couple of these stockpile meals each week, it really adds up. This month we're just trying to go for 9 days. So it could be sausage, bacon. I didn't put that because I had, pork sausage. And I had these hot links, pork and beans. I'm going through my stockpile to make sure I have various kinds of beans. Also, I have some frozen iced tea. I froze it solid when I had some left from yesterday. That is how you can get some. That is peppermint tea. 1 tablespoon maple syrup. So I added this time pickle relish, about 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon mustard, and 7 ounces tomatoes drained. Sometimes when I make this, I just grind stewed tomatoes, but for a little batch like this, I just put a 1/4 cup of ketchup, whatever you have in the house. You know, just doctor your pork and beans up. But you know, on baked beans, you just need some kind of meat. You don't even need that. Beans, maple syrup, or molasses, or brown sugar, mustard, and tomatoes. And it says cook 15 minutes. You can cook it on the top of the stove. I could have cooked it in the microwave. I baked it because I think it tastes better baked. So that's the Boston baked beans. Okay, now I want to mention cornbread with no eggs, just in case, God forbid. So I had this cornbread, and on the side here, it has 2 tablespoons butter. This is for sour cream onion cornbread. 1/2 cup chopped onions. I didn't do that. 1 package of cornbread, so you could use Jiffy to do this. 1/3 cup milk, so I used a 1/3 cup measuring, and I put coconut milk and water 1/2 and 1/2, and 1/2 cup sour cream. So I had sour cream in the freezer, so I thought it was gonna be 1/2 cup, but when I defrosted it, it was only a 1/4 cup. So I added, here is some sliced cheese. I bought 5 pounds of sliced cheese, and I just chipped it off with a knife. I had, you know, I had 5 pounds of sliced cheese that I bought really cheap. So it turns out, because I already ate one because I couldn't wait, you can substitute sour cream, or I'm sure you could substitute cream cheese, or cheese and one of those two. 1/2 cup, heat 375, and so here is the recipe. So what I'm going to try to do is discover recipes that don't need eggs, just in case. Okay, so here they are, and I put a jalapeno on the top, and they're really good. So that is what I'm having for dinner. Then here is, now I just started doing this and I really like it. Okay, this is the cupcakes I made. These are fruit cocktail cupcakes. So I like to make applesauce cake, fruit cakes like with raisins, and this one was fruit cocktail. And then this is a 7-Eleven sandwich. It's like half. It's sausage, cheese, and egg. So I'm defrosting that, and then I have 2 of these pretzels. I just melted white chocolate in the oven, and I'm going to put that in the refrigerator for tomorrow. And then I'm having some of these. Have you guys ever tried these mild okra? It sounds terrible, but you know, I've been buying every kind of pickled food I can possibly be thinking of. And I actually love it because you're never going to run out of groceries. You're not going to run out of fruit if you have these fruit cupcakes, or you're not going to run out of vegetables if you have pickled vegetables. So these are really delicious. I will show you. I will bite one in a minute. And there's going to be plenty of leftovers for tomorrow after the gym. So I think the best way for you guys to see how I save money, people are always asking me, how did you do that? Well, it's not difficult. I was doing it for years, though. I've learned a lot of things lately, like, you know, the free sandwiches, or if you buy a nice sandwich. I also bought some lemonade to try and make myself drink less Diet Coke. These, I find these to be good. I can eat like 4 of them. That's kind of... I was thinking about trying to pickle some of these. Out here in Southern California, we don't have okra like the folks in the real South. Okay, I'll just have mustard because I took barbecue sauce out instead of ketchup. So, okay, so I can get by. This is a cheap, I'm not saying eat this kind of food every night. I'm just saying, you know, maybe a couple times a week is really going to save money. So, okay, the first week was only 3 days. No meals out of the stockpile. The second week, 4 through 10, 2 meals. The third week, 11 through 17, 3 meals out of the stockpile. And it's really easy to do if you have leftovers. And the fourth week, 18 through 24, is 4. So on the second week, 2, 3, 4, and then the last week, 0. Because what I did was I ate a lot of food out of the stockpile in December because I had good sausages. I had food from Christmas. So I like to eat hot dogs like this right off the barbecue, but I don't have fires out here. There's reasons we have a fire department across the street. All right, now, okay. So, starting on the 4th through the 10th, that's tomorrow, I'm just going 2 meals out of the stockpile this week. I don't want to make life miserable. Like, I have chicken, I have hamburger, but if I think of something else, I will buy it. All right, so I want to save as much money. Now, I could have made chili with these. That would have been good. And then rice with these beans would have been good, or roasted potatoes with these beans would have been good. And then I could have put I bought the dried tomatoes and cheese would have been good in these. Okay, what I'm doing on these flower designs, this is a really nice vase. I've had it a long time. My brother, when he first got married, brought it back from Europe. And I've had it all these years. So, the better vases make it a whole lot easier to do flower arrangement, that's for sure. Okay, so I've been looking at other people's designs, and that way it really makes it easier. Okay, I'm continuing the gym, and I'm cleaning, so that is not fun. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit about the food bank here. Okay, one time I got sick. I was living in La Mesa at the time, and I got a terrible headache, and I thought there was a possibility I was having a stroke because I'm not prone to headaches at all. Never had one. Recently I had bloody noses. I'm not prone to those, but I figured it chalk it up to old age. So I called them and I said, can you tell me where it is? And they said, do you want us to bring food to the house? And I said, no, it's not that bad. I had my head MRI, but it sometimes doesn't show up. So what they gave us, this was March 11, 2020, is cheese. Okay, check. I got the 5 pounds of sliced cheese. Then they gave us 2 bottles of juice. I don't store that much juice. I try to store fruit in its own juice. 1 box cereal. I took a box of cereal out, and I have, what I do is I go into the stockpile and I take like 1 box of cereal, and then I eat that and I get another one, and I had granola. So, okay, check. shelf-stable milk. They gave us the chubs, or the boxes. I think I had 2 or 3 of them. Oatmeal, peanut butter, vegetable soup, 6. And so I thought, wow, you know, that was good because it's like a meal. It's got your vegetables, it's got your meat. No, those were vegetarian vegetables. 1 can salmon, 2 cans pears, 1 package brown rice, and a package of spaghetti, you know, the pasta. So let me give you a shot of this. So I try to go by this when I buy my food. Out here, when I went to this food bank in La Mesa, the seniors go a day before everyone else. Okay, now I want to talk to you about old-fashioned food. Bread, check. Cornmeal, I have cornbread. Beans and rice, peas. A long time ago it was dried peas, but I do have those. But I have at least a can of peas. Dried fruit like raisins, sugar and salt, bacon. I just bought that. Salt pork. I don't have salt pork too much. Sourdough biscuits. I have everything to make fry bread, coffee, tea, vinegar, lemon, and potatoes. So take a look at this and see if you have everything. The thing, this is like, you know, they would grow their food and then they would have this to get by. So that is a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, I am watching Europe. And the farmers are protesting. And also we see here in this country, truckers protesting the border situation. I live on the southern border too, but for some reason we seem to have control of our border. But the truckers have come to Texas. And then also the truckers are protesting in Europe. Okay, that is the salt of the earth. What is going on here? It's the cost of fuel. That's what's going on. It drives the price of everything up. You know, all your equipment, and also this energy thing of the greenhouses. The greenhouses are not so bad in themselves, but they say that building the greenhouses produces a lot of pollution, but also they take energy. So they're making these people cut back on indoor gardening, and that is why it is so important that each of us tries to grow food indoors. Also, another thing that's affecting all of this stuff is that when people quit spending and the demand is down, or anything happens like a drought or like some of these terrible storms, we've had a lot of rain. Doesn't seem to be bothering my garden. I couldn't believe it. It rained so hard, it beat my plants down. There was nothing left. They sprung up back up. So the energy prices are affecting everything. Okay, so now the transport of the energy is being held up because of this Mideastern conflict that we're having over there. Now, what I heard today, which kind of makes sense to me, is that they're bombing the proxy military, where as opposed to the country itself. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what I heard. Little to nothing we can do about it over here. Although I would say the best thing you could possibly do is stockpile food. So I'm eating my stockpile down day by day. For one thing, I want to see about how much it takes for me to get a year's supply. I think I have it. We'll see. Okay, I'm checking canned beans, an assortment, just like the vegetables and the fruit. I want to buy an assortment of beans, like black beans, pork and beans, pinto beans, any kind of beans I can think of, refried beans, cornbread. I think the thing I don't like about these, no, this one was good. This one came in a sealed package, but I don't like the ones that are not sealed because, you know, I don't want to attract insects. So I'll have to remember this Martha White brand. It makes all the difference the way you buy your food. The cans are the most durable. Okay, and I added to my my groceries one 16-ounce tub of sour cream, and that's in the freezer. I was watching videos from Europe, and they eat a lot more dairy than we do, which is good if the price of beef or chicken goes up. And 2 packages of sour cream, and then I'm using that on various things. I want to mention this think about these foods. It can really stretch your budget. Pancakes, French toast. This is a French toast sandwich. Bagels. What reminded me of the bagels was the cream cheese. English muffins, bread, muffins, cookies, and frozen pizza from Walmart. Okay, Walmart's, you know, the square pizzas, those go on sale, and then the bakery goes on sale all the time. So what I'm doing is when I eat my bakery down, I'm going to start going to Walmart and picking up their markdown. I'm looking for sales. I'm looking for bigger packages. I'm looking for markdowns. I'm looking for 50% off sales, any kind of sales. And I want to mention freezing pre-made sandwiches again. Okay, like they have the deal, 2 hamburgers for $4 or 2 chicken sandwiches. And when I freeze them, I just ask for plain. But these come like that, so, and I find them to be really good. And during cold weather, I eat extra sandwiches and soup. So, and also I've been buying, like, if I get the free pies, like today, for some reason, I didn't stop by and get my free pie. But if you have free, like, fast food, you could get a hamburger or whatever chicken sandwich and put it in the freezer. Pies, pre-made sandwiches, Jell-O, and pudding. Because Jell-O is good if you have some kind of fruit to put in that. So that's kind of like me. I don't eat big bowls like fruit salad. I just eat like maybe a fruit cocktail, cupcakes, something like that, or Jell-O with fruit. I want to mention roasted potatoes. I just cut them in squares and roast them in the oven, or if you have an air fryer. Baked squash that I'm going to be making soup. Beets, pickled. I'm going to buy those probably in cans. That's the cheapest. Pumpkin, so I can make soup. Apples, so I can make applesauce. It's really easy to can. Potato soup. And then for the indoor garden, if you're new, save your celery, lettuce, onions, and if your potatoes get eyes, you can plant those too and generate potatoes. Okay, you guys, I think we should take this, part of the issue of throwing the tomato soup on the Mona Lisa was the climate change issue and drawing attention to people going hungry. So I would say the best thing is start preparing now and save all the seeds out of your food. Maybe you're never going to use them. I mentioned I just threw them all in my backyard and some of them just sprouted. So even if you have flour, like I don't think we're supposed to have any vegetables in our front yards, but my neighbor had tomatoes and nobody said anything about it. Or you can plant your vegetables behind the plants in front. So be thinking about all that kind of stuff you can do now, and start trying. What I can buy seeds and grow them, but what I'm trying to do is harvest seeds out of the food I buy, like my bell peppers, and grow that. I mean, that's the way they did it. And they told us this stuff, like all the food manufacturers have have concocted these plants that don't generate any fruit. So that needs to be figured out now. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.